Hi there, and thank you for entering the RPRA National Awards for 2021. This is just a quick demonstration on how to fill out the application forms for the various categories. Okay, I'm just going to run through how to fill in the online application form for the RPRA National Awards. As you can see here, I pulled up the Young Bird All-Round Performance, the Mazzarella Trophy, and my category is in front of me, so I just need to make sure that my bird has fulfilled all of those categories. I just check that before you do the form, and if it meets all those categories, that's absolutely fine, we can continue. The first thing I want to bring you up or mark you up on is the required star. As you can see, it's a little red star with on this one it says required. What that means is anywhere where you can see that star, which you can see next to the email here, you need to fill in that field. If the star's not there, which it's not too many fields on this application form, you don't need to fill it in. But if it is there, you need to fill it in, and it won't allow you to continue to the next section unless that has been filled in. I'll do a demonstration of if I don't fill in that field, what it shows you. And a few other mistakes if you make them, how it will not allow you to go forward until it's done correctly. So that's just a little bit of a note that if you see the red star, please fill that field in. So first of all, I'm going to start with my my email. So I'll put my RPRA email in there. Let's check that I've done it correct, which I have. Then I'm just going to scroll down. Now I'm going to put the next section is I'm going to put the ring number of the pigeon that I want this award entry for. So I'm going to say, because it's a young bird, it's GB21N 12343. Okay, that's absolutely fine. You can put it in any format you want. I've put spaces in. You can put it in short, it makes no difference. You can even put it in lowercase if you want to, it makes no difference. Just presentation, however you want that to work. Next, it will ask you for your region, so you just select the drop down and all the regions are on there. So you just select the region that you are from. So I am the West Midlands region and I'll put my loft number down. So that's there, and then I move on again to my address, which is number 12, the street. Put your full address down, so that's Cannock in Staffs, and the postcode as well. Okay, and then at this point, I'm going to do a deliberate mistake. I put my phone number, but I'm going to say that I haven't put my phone number down. I've missed that field for whatever reason. If I click on next now, it will not let me go to the next stage, as you can see. It will say required. This is a required question. So it will not let me move on until I put my correct number. So I will put my phone number down. Okay. That number's down, and then I click next. As you can see, because I've done it right, it allows me to move on to section 2 now. Now this is the sheet for the first race. As you can see, it's asking me for my first race details. So it's really simple. I'm just going to put down the results of the pigeon's race 1 of the pigeon achieved for its application. Again, you can see those red stars, so just remember what we said about those. The one thing that I am going to point up is when you put the date of the race, as you can see, it's in the American style. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the other way on this form this time. So you need to put the month first. So what we need to just be aware that you've done that. So it's the 6th month of the 4th day, and it's in 2021. Okay, it's not a problem for that, so just make sure that that's checked, and I'll show you later how you can go back and check the form if you think that you've not done that correct. Next question, again, really simple. It's all drop down. A lot of this is, so we just click which direction the pigeon flew. So I says I'm going to fly from Guernsey to the West Midlands, that would be Safe Road. If you was flying from London to Wales, for example, you put east to west. If you was flying from Cornwall to London, you go west, and if you was flying from Scotland to England, for example, you go north. So I'm going to say it was South Road, and then I'm going to put my direction. So my direction for this one is, my distance for this one is 123 miles. Please put the word miles in there for this and yards, and I'm going to say it was 12 yards. Okay, This one, just write them in for me. That would be absolutely brilliant. However, on the next one, if you came first, for example, I don't want you to write first like I've just done. If you could just put the number 1 or whatever position you've come, that'd be great. So if I came 5th, I'd just put 5. If I come 10th, I'd just put 10. So I'm going to say that I came 3rd on this one. So I'll put the number 3. And again, the number of birds on this one, I'm going to say it was 1,500. Remember, just as a note, you need to enter the result that has no result less than 150 birds. And I can just check that on this one here, which it says here, entries will only be accepted for 150 rings. Now, it will allow you to enter a result of less, but obviously we'll be disqualifying any birds that have a less than 150. So if you was to enter 25 birds, for example, it will allow you to submit it, but when we do the check, well, that pigeon will be thrown out. So please make sure that you enter the correct amount of birds. Again, we advise that you use a federation result or a combine or a national result if your club does not have over 150 birds in there. Next one, again for race 1, we're asking for the club, federation or national, where that is. Again, whatever you've entered here, if you'd entered a club position, so it was 150 birds, I'd put the club. If I'd entered a federation position, I'd put the fed. If I'd entered a national position or a combine, which potentially could be that number, then obviously you'd enter the federation, the national combine, whatever it is. I'm going to say that the 1,500 birds was entered in the Wolverhampton Federation. And again, that just means that if you do get a prize, or we will do random checks on all entries as well. So we might take position 25 in the order of the coefficient result. Then we can contact those organisations on your behalf to just see if the results that was entered has been correct. And we will do random checks on that. So just enter the federation on there. Okay. Again, if you don't enter the correct number or you don't fill in the field, it won't allow you to move on until that field has been filled out. Okay. I just repeat the process for race 2. So this is race 2 details. So I'll just do that really quickly. Same process as I've done before. This is how quick it can be. Yards there. Position was number 3. Birds in the race. For race number 2, I'm going to say was 1,000. I'll change it 1,700 on that one. And again, this time, in fact, I'll say it's 170 because this time it was a club position, which is the West Bromwich Club. Okay, absolutely fine. We move on to next. If just move on to this one. If you do put the date and the month the wrong way round, which let's just do that for now. Let's say I wanted to race on the 31st. And then I'll try and press submit. You'll notice it won't allow you to move on, and it'll take you back. It'll say invalid date. So that's another way that you can check. So we just change that round and put the correct one in. Again, we've made it so it's really difficult not to fill it in correctly. So we've gone next, and then obviously this is asking me for 3 races, which is not a problem. So we'll put the details of, again, I've done that wrong, which is not a problem. We'll put the details in of the 3rd race. Distance this time we'll say it's 200 miles and it's 0 yards. That's fine. Position taken into race 3, we'll say it came 3rd. We'll say that there was 1,600 pigeons in this one, and again that was with the Wolverhampton Fed. Absolutely fine. Click next, and it then brings you to this page. Now this page is really important. This is in effect your signature, and as you can see, it's just asking you to confirm that the application meets to RPRA rules, which means that the pigeon was registered in your loft number that you've submitted when you raced in that race, and that all RPRA rules have been followed during the races, which obviously to get to this stage I'll be hoping that everyone's is. If at this stage you just wanted to check that, because it also says that you understand that secretaries may be contacted to confirm results, which we'll do randomly and also for all the winners. But if you think you're not sure and you may have entered into something correct, it's not a problem at all. You have two ways you can do that. You can clear the form and start again, or you can just click back, and back will just take you back to any page that you filled out, and you can change anything at any stage. So for example, if I thought, oh, I've put 3, but actually it came 5th, I can change that number there, and then I can go to bring it back to next, and it will take me through. So this is my navigation bar. I can go back right the way to the first page if I want to, which is just here, where if I really wanted to, I could change my email if I'd put that incorrect, any details here at all, and then to go forward. So I've checked all my details. I'm happy that everything is correct. I'm happy that all the fields have been filled out the best that I can do, and that I confirm. Now, if you wanted to submit this without confirming, it won't let you. You have to click yes, because in effect, by you clicking yes, that is your signature to say yes, that the forms are correct, everything's right, and everything is in order. When you press click yes, you then press submit, and you'll be received saying congratulations, you've been entered into the category that you've selected, and on that you then should receive an email to the email that you put in. Now if I go to my emails now and I refresh, I'm hoping, yeah, it's just there, as you can see in black, that I have received an email from the RPRA, click allow, because some of the items have been blocked, that I've been entered into that I filled out the national awards. This was the test one for demonstration purposes, but you'll be filling out the proper one. I've done it, and a list of all your answers are there in front of you. I recommend that you keep that. Just, if there's any questions, you've got evidence that you've submitted it, and that's not a problem. And it's all there. At this stage, if you do notice there is a problem, then all you need to do is you just need to reply reply to me at richardchambers@rpra.org, which is that there. You can see me highlighting it and zoomed in. If you just send me an email saying that you've filled it in incorrect and submitted, then I can take that off the form and you can then resubmit, and that's not an issue at all. It's just left for me to say thank you very much for entering this year's RPRA National Awards, and good luck. All results will be published in the British Homing World in end of November, and they will also be on our website at rpra.org.